All right, guys. So what's up? Let's pretend. Da 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 da. Ding 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 ding. What's up, guys? It's all of a
What
sudden
up?
podcast. Joe obviously is not here right now. He's out and about doing the Lord's work. But we still got yours truly. We got Jay, we got Jacob, and we got Ollie. And
Yo, yo, yo.
welcome to the final episode of 2020. We made it, guys.
We
Oof,
made it.
barely.
I know.
It's been
I'm
a
out here.
tough year, man.
I'm out here just dragging myself like.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
Honestly, that's how it is. Yeah, we're limping to the finish line, dude. We're limping
yeah,
to it.
bro.
It's been bad.
Hey, we'll hope that $2,000 stimmy helps.
I know.
Dude.
We were just Ollie and I, well, and Jacob too. We're just talking about the stimulus check. I guess got approved the $2,000 like 10 minutes
Oh, so
ago.
it's gonna be $2,000 for sure.
That's what they said. I mean, it literally 10 minutes ago. It just updated on, I think it was CBS or CNN. 2,000 stimulus check. House approves increasing stimulus check to $2,000 for Americans. Sends bill to Senate. So we're in the next step again.
Yeah, so
They've been back and forth.
they still gotta approve it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the 2/3 of the House voted is like pretty encouraging because before, at first, it was just Trump that wanted it. And I think actually some like people on I think like AOC said she wanted it also, so she like agreed with him on that. And then and they were kind of going back and forth. They rejected it, and then she like approved it again. So I hope that's it.
What's up, Jay?
Just saw your door opening all slowly. I'm like, ghost.
That was my sister. She was doing me a favor. I've had this toy from whenever. Well, I guess it's a doll from whenever I was a kid.
Toy.
Well, I mean, here, look, let me grab it. It'll be better if I grab it.
Oh no, we
Is
have
it
children
appropriate?
here.
It's not appropriate.
Hey, yo.
That's what you're
Shit.
using. Ew.
Hold on, one sec. So I've had this guy. This is probably like my first quote unquote toy, or whatever, and he had been like
Officially.
already, huh?
I said
From as far as
officially.
from as far back as I could remember, but he had already like lost a lot of stuffing, or he was already kind of like really, you know,
Yeah,
like-
I'm sure he lost a lot of stuffing.
yeah.
Yeah, what did you do, Julian? You're giving him more
Nothing,
stuff,
man, nothing. But she went and I guess she bought some stuffing and stuffed them just now. His ears are actually like pointy now. That's cool. It's nice to have this guy back.
All right, everybody, just grab your favorite pillow. Let's go.
Oh,
My eye.
I just got the
Oh.
standard.
Like a regular pillow.
And if that's
Fluffy
still not
though.
good
Well,
enough,
shit. Now
look at that. Look at that. And I got my.
Sniper, what happened to your Cam
Oh,
Newton pillow?
let's go.
It's gone.
Jacob just puts a pillow on pillow inside of the Brady jersey.
Pretty
His
much.
favorite
I was
pillow.
like, Brady.
Hey, next season, they're probably gonna sign Carson Wentz, so you can get a Carson Wentz pillow too.
No. I don't want him. Nope.
Or Dwayne Haskins.
No. No, I don't want him. All right, Julian. Sorry, I don't know if you know who Dwayne Haskins is, but
I don't know. I know Carson Wentz, but I don't know Haskins.
A little football situation happened that just transpired like a week or two ago. So you guys know the Washington football team, they're kind of picking up speed in terms of like, maybe a playoff run, maybe a division title. They're in that race to go to the playoffs, right? But they need to be disciplined these last few weeks they need a win. They need to, have good chemistry and all that. So their main quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, for the Washington football team, before the game on Saturday, he went to a strip club and broke the COVID protocol. You know what I mean? And they had no choice but to start him the next day on Sunday, but they just released him today. And he's a rookie, dude. He's a rookie, or no? Yeah, last year.
No, he got drafted. The Giants picked Daniel Jones instead of him as quarterback, and I remember the Giants were getting a lot of crap for passing up over him and a couple defensive players like Josh Allen, the guy who ended up going to the Jaguars. So he got drafted with Daniel Jones, which is 2019.
Yeah, 2018, I think. But yeah, Dwayne Haskins, he was like one of the best quarterbacks in the draft of that year. Really good prospect, but he's had like a lot of disciplinary issues. He thinks he's like all that, and he thought he was above the team and COVID to just go out to a strip club out in public and come back and expect everything
And be
to be
all
okay.
right.
But yeah, but they just released him today, and it looks like I don't know. It doesn't look like the Redskins will win it. I think it's going to be a Cowboys.
You think they're
playoff
gonna
berth.
come in?
Yeah, I think it's them. But yeah,
Well,
that's what
the Giants play the Cowboys, so we got to see about that. Basically, Washington needs to lose. Washington needs to lose, and there's literally like 8 different tiebreaker scenarios because one, Washington needs to lose next week, then the Giants need to win, or the Redskins, or Washington football team needs to win to advance. But if they both win, then you have tiebreaker scenarios, which they painted out like 8 of them, like who's scored, one more at home, some bunch of weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if Washington football team loses, I'm just gonna call them WFT from now on, and Giants win, and the Cowboys. Wait, no, the Cowboys play the Giants. So
yeah.
It's
weird. It's a weird scenario because I think the Redskins have a tie in their record. I think they tied in a game, so I don't know how they even
Factor
it out
that in.
because I know, because the Washington Redskins. Wow, blurt that out, Julian. All right, racist. I'm racist. But WFT play the Eagles, and then you guys play the Cowboys. The Eagles are eliminated, so it's up to you 3, I guess.
To see who sucks less.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this year, that's what it is. Who sucks the least?
Yeah, the Packers got a playoff berth already, like I think a week ago, but they're still trying to fight for the first seed or the the second seed, stuff like that.
I know. I was talking about it with Joe last night about how we still need. So far, my prediction can still happen. Where I believe in the beginning of the season, even on this podcast, you can go back and check. I gave them like 13-3, or 13-3. So if they win this next one, I should be betting. I should be freaking going with Jerry to bet on games and shit.
Dude, I said 10-6.
Buccaneers versus the Packers, bro.
That's what I want, dude. And I want
dude.
I want my boy to play in the Super Bowl and Tampa
again.
That's what I want, because you know what? Like, my team, the Patriots, they suck this year. 8-8, maybe. They still have a chance to go 7-9 or 6-10. Like, we're that bad this year. You know what I mean? I don't know. Go back to that same episode that Julian predicted his team. I predicted my team, and I think I said like 11-5 or 10-6, and we're not that team. We suck. No playoff.
11-5 was ambitious. You really had a lot of faith in Cam Newton.
Yeah, dude, I did a lot of faith. I put a lot into him, man. But here we go.
Mean, he wasn't like that bad beginning, but I mean, as it continued on, you just saw kind of like this.
Yeah, it was a very.
I want to find the playoff.
It was a steep decline, man.
Let me see.
Hell yeah, guys, football. Hell yeah.
So
football.
Jay, you've been playing God of War, which is a game that came out last year. How are you enjoying it so far?
A million years ago. It's good so far. I mean, I was gonna go with the hardest difficulty, but I'm glad I didn't.
It's
because I
do
that,
dude.
Yeah, I usually play the hardest difficulty every time I start a game, just to challenge myself a bit. And I've been having a challenge with this one, even though it's like the second to hardest difficulty.
I had to go down a level because I didn't go God mode. I did. Well, I don't think you unlock God mode until after you beat it, but I think I went hard, and then once I started going after against like the first Valkyrie, I was like, I can't do this, and I just went down to like normal, and I was just like, okay,
dude, it's really hard. It's really hard. Like God mode is. It took me forever to finish it. Thank you.
Bless up.
Rona.
Thank you. But it's tough, man. But it's cool, right? You're enjoying the story.
Yeah, it's a good game. Like I said, the mechanics are a little something to get used to since I'm used to all the older God of Wars where you can actually jump and do all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
This one, like having to switch between the shield and then the axe and all that. Like it
Oh,
took me a
okay,
while to
yeah,
get
yeah.
used to it. And
Yeah,
now that
Yeah.
it's so
there's
bad
definitely a
too.
lot more mechanics in this one than in like the old PS2 and PS3 games, where I think
Yeah,
you're
the other ones are
mostly
more
like
like
mashing like square or
Mhm.
circle.
Yeah, the old ones are more like hack and slash kind of thing.
Yeah,
But this one's like,
you have to
but
time, you have to dodge, you have to like call Atreus and all that other stuff.
yeah, and then it trace is useless. So
Trace,
He
he
gets,
can be useless, but yeah, you gotta upgrade him a
uh,
lot. You know, you
I
gotta.
did. I all his skills are all the way up already. He's just trash. He's a trash
Boss,
boy.
boss Jay, use him right
I do.
what
with the
what
arrows with the.
The what?
I usually run like the lightning and I think it was like the ice arrows, something like that.
Well, right now I
Yeah,
only have the lightning and the light arrows so far.
Light.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was lightning, light, and I think it's like sleep or something. Or I forgot what the hell they were. It's been a long time since I played the game. But yeah, man. Welcome to the club of playing it now.
True.
just wait till.
So,
Oh my god, man! With Ragnarok, I cannot wait for it, dude. It's like a spoiler alert, Jay. Like at the end of this one, you're gonna see Thor. Like the very last scene, Thor comes out, and it's oh, dude, I can't wait for it. I'm excited for it,
But
dude.
Yeah.
he comes out with his brother in this game, doesn't he?
Wait,
uh,
who?
no, I think who
Or
you're
who is
talking
it?
about are his sons, which are like
Yeah,
Oh,
those
it's
are
his
yeah,
sons. Okay.
those are
yeah,
his.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
Magni and some other name.
yeah.
But yeah,
Broden.
you
I don't
fight
know.
those guys.
But
Oh, okay.
apparently, like in this, like storyline of Thor and all these dudes, Thor's a drunk. Thor's like kind of like a bad guy, and in this like kind of storyline. So I'm really that's really it's gonna be cool to see how he really is in this story because you really don't get that much of Thor or
Yeah, you don't really
what's his name,
mess with
Odin.
Mhm.
yeah,
You
you
just see
don't
the
really
statues
mess
and
with
all that
much of
stuff.
like the
Yeah.
the head honchos at all in the
Yeah.
first game. You kind of deal with
Mhm.
like the I guess like the subclass, and then you work your
Mhm.
way to like the end.
What
Right.
what's the time to beat that game?
I think it took me like a few days, but I guess like hours wise, I'd probably say like about 16. If I
Really? So
really
it's actually kind of quick.
I think
Oh,
like
It
the
can be
story,
quick.
like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of different side quests that
yeah.
obviously
Mhm.
take a lot more time, and then same thing with like the Valkyries, counting all the times that you die from them because it's just such a pain in the ass, as well as
Yeah.
I think I forgot what the world is called, but it's like a lava world. I think it's not Jotunheim or Muselheim. I don't know, some one of the others, but in terms of like the story itself, you could probably finish it in like 10, maybe 16 hours if you're really good.
If you're
I
really
gotta
good.
I gotta
Yeah.
re-download it. I bought it, played the first like the tutorial mission, and I just stopped after that.
I liked it. I don't
Mm.
know.
It's
Uh,
it's like a really good story to. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
The
the thing.
Last of
Like,
Us,
I
honestly.
know
yeah,
it's gonna take me a while just because I'm a real like
completionist.
perfection. Yeah, like I go out there and I explore every little inch
That's
Yeah,
how
every
I
time
same.
a
was
new
too,
Yeah,
part
man.
opens up. So I was
that's
like,
how you got to do it. Hmm.
so that's what I've
And
been
it
doing. That's why I'm
really you really don't get the full story unless you do that. Because if you're just like trucking along, you're gonna miss like all the little key components and like the importance of like a bunch of like all the little things that are going on. Like there's a scene where they're in like a vault and there's like a whole bunch of other stuff in there. Like there's Greek stuff, Roman stuff, and like some other whatnot. But in that room,
Oh yeah,
there's like the two wolves that are chasing the sun and moon, and you only get like that full story if you do like the where you find like the tablets and like some of the other stuff about like what's the importance of like these moons chasing each other. And I don't know, it's a really good
mm,
game. I was gonna say movie because like you, Jay, I also slacked it. Last year there was this great movie that came out called Parasite, and I don't know why I took so long to watch it, but holy crap, it is a really good movie. Have
Oh,
you
I
I
have
haven't.
you
haven't
guys
watched
seen
it.
it? No?
Damn,
Mm.
y'all gotta check it out, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's on
rewatched it
Hulu.
like 5 times,
Is it?
dude.
What is it
It
about? Give me a
is.
little quick review.
I
It's
guess
Oh,
about,
it's like a
it
Korean
kind of has to do with like the class system. So like,
yeah,
the you
poverty,
see,
rich.
yeah, you see like the differences between like being a poor family and being a rich family, and seeing like just how ugly it is. Like that there's one scene where like these two families are like kind of fighting with each other, and it's like at the same time like these rich people can give like two craps. Like they only care about themselves. And
Mhm.
like it's just it's interesting, it's so fascinating because on a smaller scale, that's kind of what we all are doing. We're all like kind of competing with each other to make, scraps or like, pennies on the dime, whereas people who are already like well established and stuff, they can give two hells about like how hard we have it and shit like that. you know
Yeah.
they don't have to
Yeah.
they don't have to compete with us. They're on a whole other bracket.
Mhm.
And it's just it was just fascinating seeing like the two class systems kind of intermingle, and seeing like the journey of like the poor family, and then especially like the dad. It's kind of interesting because
Yeah.
in the beginning it starts off as the son, but somewhere along the middle it starts becoming more about like the dad and how he sees the
Mhm.
world and how he sees other people seeing him. And it's just like holy crap, like this is really deep shit, man. But
This is
yeah,
on
go check
Netflix.
it out. No, it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Yeah,
just
man.
got that as part of Verizon. So,
It's
by the way, Verizon gives a free year of PS Plus. Also, I don't know if that's a limited time offer or that's a
hell
common
yeah,
thing.
Verizon ad.
I don't know. Let's go.
Did I
Verizon,
mention
like,
Coca-Cola is but yeah,
Turkey.
guys, I guess to kind of play off of like movies too, obviously not a whole lot of them came out this year. Jay, I know you saw Wonder Woman, but I was gonna say, or I was gonna ask, what movie this year kind of like, was like your top? What's like your top movie of 2020?
First Sonic came out this year, right?
Yeah, it came out this. Okay, so the reason this came out earlier in the earlier podcast. I think the reason why you and Joe were confused was because it was supposed to come out, I think
The
March
year
of
before.
2019, but it got pushed back because of like the, face and stuff.
Okay.
So it got
Yeah, I
pushed
think
to February of this year.
yeah, I think honestly, I think Sonic was like a really good movie. Like
I
I
It
went in
surprised
there
me.
like, with moderate hopes, like, hey, let's see how it goes. And it was surprisingly really good. Like they gave Sonic a lot of screen time, which I appreciated.
Hmm.
Not like from what I heard with Godzilla that he only came out like 10 minutes throughout the whole movie. So I'm like, hey, and I'm looking forward to the sequel. Tails came out.
Tails
what
came out like
uh
at the end. It was
Yeah.
like a little end credit scene.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about
What
that.
else came out this year?
Some
Wonder Woman.
notable ones were The Gentleman, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman, Soul. Damn, these are just that Wonder movie, but
Oh, with
dang.
the fake Full Metal Alchemist
Yeah,
sort
the
of.
fake Full Metal Alchemist, or the Disney's Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to find, because I like when I went to go. Oh, the new the X-Men movie, and man, I don't know. There's Trolls, Scoob. Um, I'm list like I haven't even looked it up yet. This is all just on the top of my head. Um, I think that's more or less it. I mean, aside from like the ones that came out on like streaming.
Hmm.
Midnight Sky. I was kind of watching that one a bit on Christmas, but it was kind of weird. Oh, Tenet came out. Um, Witches. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Not
know.
a whole lot of like
it's been
big
a weird
Disney
year for
ones.
movies, man.
The American Pickle.
Yeah, as it is, I don't
What?
really care about movies that much. Honestly, I can't just sit there and watch something for hours. Well, I can with anime, but movies is just a whole different thing where it's like, is it almost over? And I'll be looking at my phone like, all right,
It's
one
been
hour
an
passed.
hour. Oh,
Yeah, so I probably have about
it
four or
might
Damn,
five
it might
y'all
it
hours.
do
might
that?
hurt.
I do that.
Like with Parasite, it might hurt because
Yeah, it's a
that one
long
I
movie.
noticed. Yeah, I was watching it, and after a while, I was like, "Holy crap! Like, how long has it been?" And I thought we had made a sizable like dent in it, but I think we were only halfway, and that was like an hour and like 30 minutes. So it's a good
Oh,
chunk. Yeah, it's a good chunk of movie, dude. I think it's like two
Yeah.
dude,
hours
it's
and a
three
half.
hours.
Oh, is it three?
I'm
It's
probably
three
not even gonna
hours,
watch
dude.
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
three
I don't know.
hours, dude.
It's a great movie, but it definitely that would probably put you off. For me, it my movie of the year. It's kind of weird because I guess it came out in 2019 in Japan, but in America it came out this year, or was released in America this year, and that was the movie Weathering with You. I don't know if you guys
That
have
was a
seen
good
it,
movie
but
too.
I liked that movie a lot. I don't know.
That was a
There's
good
just
movie.
something about the animation that was really uh amazing to me.
Not my favorite one from like that category, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like out of those, I think hands down, Your Name is my favorite one from those.
Yeah, I mean
I just say
it was made by the
Parasite.
same guy. Oh,
Yeah,
what's that,
I'm gonna
Ollie?
watch it later.
Hell yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I
It's
added it to
good,
my
man.
Hulu just now.
It's
So
really good, man. Like
Yeah, Wedding with You is good.
I don't know.
Get
But-
some like snacks or chips or something. I don't know because
and a couple
you'll get bored,
drinks.
man. It drags like a little bit. A little
right.
bit of
It's
it
it's
drags.
not it's
Yeah.
not like a big drag though. It's not like sorry to jump back to Parasite again, but it it's long, but every scene matters. It's not like a movie where it's like, oh, let me show you 10 minutes of like nothing just because I need to hit 90 minutes or something, you know?
Right, right.
Just a blank screen. They're just
Yeah.
like, hey, just give it a few seconds, all right?
Like there's some scenes that you're just like, holy crap. Like it doesn't necessarily progress the movie forward, but it does a lot more like character development. You start to get into like the minds of like the characters from those scenes.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, it's really good. uh Ollie, did you have a favorite movie of the year?
Man, I mean, I did see a couple movies, but a lot of them were throwbacks and certain things. It was a crazy movie that I just watched. Get Out.
Oh,
Like, I mean,
from
I
like
Oh,
watched it a few months
2018.
ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but like I just watched it because I'm not a huge movie guy, so my buddy like really recommended it. So I said, all right, screw it, I'm gonna watch it, and I was like, holy crap! Like it, it was a pretty crazy movie.
Yeah.
To say the
Yeah,
least. Like all
it's
the
wild, indeed. It's wild.
I
it's pretty
remember
fun.
the first time I saw it, it was like, what the hell? Why the hell is she eating like her freaking Fruit Loops and like milk separate? It's so weird. But
dude.
That's just rich people
Yeah,
stuff, you know.
I don't or she's separating colors from white.
True,
I
true.
but yeah, I mean not a bad movie. I guess yeah, it is what it is. What about you, Jacob?
I don't know, man. I didn't really get into movies this year, especially. I mean,
You didn't like
last
Tenet?
year
especially
was
with the
a
advent of OnlyFans, bro.
yeah.
So OnlyFans has been taking away screen time.
I ain't got time for that.
But
I
nah, dude,
nobody.
I haven't. Oh, I don't know if it's a 2020 movie, but what's that movie that's on Netflix, Julian? You said you and Justine watch it. It's called like #Alive.
Oh yeah, it's like a Korean film or something, right? Like zombies.
Yeah.
That one was all
Hmm.
right. It wasn't too bad. It's
It came out
definitely
this year.
huh? Yeah, it came out this year.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, that
Um
was a pretty good movie.
yeah, I dug that one a lot too because a lot of zombie movies sometimes they like take a while to get into it, but this one was like, all right, let's just get there already.
It was pretty funny watching. He was like a streamer kind of
Yeah,
Kid, huh?
he was like a World of Warcraft kind of guy. I mean, they kind of
Yeah,
stole I guess a little bit from like Zombieland too, because well, not Zombieland
they
2, but
did.
Zombieland, because I think that's also what the main guy does too. Like he's the reason he survives is because the whole time he's just gaming, and like meanwhile the whole world is like going to hell.
That
I
was
don't know.
yeah, it was pretty funny, but like damn, it was crazy because in this movie they showed that what was he living in, like in a
It was
in
like an
a
apartment
complex in a
complex. Yeah.
yeah, right. But like this was worse
Mhm.
than an apartment complex. Like this was like kind of like poverty kind of apartment complex. Like not the stuff you find here, like the ones in Brooklyn or whatever. Like these are bad.
I don't know, man. It was just I guess they have like a bunch of like really tall buildings, especially because I don't know if it has to do with like population or whatnot, or just kind of how
Yeah,
they like architecture wise. But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a common thing. You see it in animes too, like giant buildings, bunch of like rooms, long ass hallways. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But it was cool. It was a good movie. I guess I mean that's the only 2020 movie I kind of, checked out. So, it's pretty much it, man.
Speaking of animes, I got to get my anime stuff up,
Let's go.
Oh,
Did you
bro.
have you got
Inuyasha, dude.
what was like a new one that you guys got into this year? Because I think mine
Anime
was Demon Slayer. I know that
this
one might have
year.
came out last year, but I barely got into it this year, and I was like, holy crap!
Oh, dude, I got into a bunch this year. I got into Fire Force, Doctor Stone,
Oof.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Uh, what else have I been watching? I've been watching a bunch, honestly, like a bunch of animes lately, and I'm like, damn.
It's what's been helping you crawl to the end of 2020, man.
Honestly, yeah, dude, I'm just looking forward to those new seasons next year. I'm like, let's go, dude. I'm ready. Let's
I
go.
just saw that I think Shield Hero got like a season 2 or
Season
and
two,
season
yeah,
3.
dude.
So I was like,
I don't know
all
about
right,
season three,
cool.
but I know season two. But I actually barely finished season two of Fire Force today, and
Mhm.
they did a little Soul Eater
Oh, like shout
little
out.
Easter egg. Yeah, it was cool.
That's
It was
freaking
pretty
cool.
sick.
Have they have you seen Attack on Titan yet? I know that final season should be out already.
I wasn't too much of a fan of it. Like, it's not a bad anime, but I feel like in the beginning it was just too slow for me. Like, they took forever to get to the basement. They took forever to do a bunch of stuff, and then Eren and all them are just a bunch of crybabies, and they could have like killed a bunch of the Titans by now, but they're all just dumb and don't do it, and
Yeah,
it irritates the crap out of me, dude. So I'm
for
just like,
plot.
nope, nope,
I
not
agree
worth it.
with you because like especially the Beast Titan in this last one, like I understand the
Yeah, dude.
reason why they wanted to keep him alive, but at the same time it's like
Well,
just fucking
the
kill him,
Beast
dude.
Titan, the Armored Titan, like a bunch of the Titans they caught, but they're like, well, I'm gonna kill you in front of this guy because blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and I'm like,
It's like just
just
do it. Just freaking
do
kill
it.
him because it's like what the hell are you doing, man? Like they're more dangerous every second that they're alive. It's a risk. But yeah, man, that show's pretty good. But I agree with you. It does have like its moments where it like just drags, man. Um,
Yeah.
and speaking of drags, 2020, the longest drag of a year that we've had, finally coming to an end after this week. So I wanted to ask a couple of you guys, as well as like a few of our listeners, a couple questions and see, where you guys stand in terms of it. Starting with, what was the most important thing you guys did this year? We'll start with Jacob.
Most important thing. Well, I got a new car.
He
Hell
reduces
yeah.
rage quitting a lot too.
What do you
Well, I
mean?
so
mean,
That
you so you
happens all
gotta.
the time.
I mean, but it
yeah,
has like definitely dipped a lot. But I mean, a new car is really good though, man. Because I remember when you first got that thing, like before you used to have like a beat down car that you're always trying to fix up. No.
yeah. I was always trying to keep it up and trying to. It was kind of like limping around already. It was bad, man. It got to a point where I was like, nah, I need something else, and I'm done asking for rides. I'm done Ubering to work. So I think I had a lot of money, not a lot, but I had, quite a bit of money saved. And then that first stimulus check came in. So it kind of pushed me towards, getting a new ride. And so, yeah,
And it's
I
been
got
helping
a
you guys
20.
out.
Yeah, dude, it's really good. It's reliable. So keeping up with the payments and stuff. So it's all good, man. That's probably the most important thing I did this year. I mean, other than, doing my other, you know, marine stuff and getting with that. I guess we'll see how that goes, but that's until next year. You know what
Hell
I
yeah,
mean?
man.
So we'll see. We'll
That's
see.
pretty. That's still pretty good. What about you, Jay? What's the most important thing you did this year?
Damn, bro, honestly,
Uh,
important thing.
It doesn't have to be like that big. It doesn't have to
Uh,
be like, like what's something that you did that you're just like, hey, you know what, this is cool. I took a next step.
you know what? I mean, I sadly stopped, and I'm hoping I get that again, which will fall into later one of the questions you ask us later right now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning of the year, I was in a pretty shit like bad place, and I ended up trying to. Well, I found that motivation to like work out and stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't done it lately, which is a bit of a bummer. But I was kind of happy to know that I could still do it and grab that motivation, even though I hate it. Like I hate being sore. I hate doing all that stuff, dude. I hate it. Like it irritates me so much to be sore, and I'm just like, just get through with it, dude. And I'm like, all right. But I think that was one of the themes, dude. Like just pushing forward and being able to like find that motivation and just working out. And I was actually even now that that's one of the things I've actually made sure to do. Keep my mental state a little bit better. Like instead of getting, I'll get sad. You guys have seen me, I'll be sad or whatever. But I've been
But
making sure I eat and all that stuff.
yeah, and then
And I
and then
think that's
also like some tools to kind of help you out with like whenever you feel like shit.
yeah, like like I've been gaming, or I've been hanging out with you guys and all that stuff. And before, when it was like when depression hit hard, it was just this whole, I would just shut down. I wasn't even playing with you guys. I was just at home doing nothing. And I think that was one of the most important things, being able to realize like, damn, dude, like it's hard and all that stuff, but you got your homies, and you gotta motivate yourself and get out there and do stuff. That's why I got my job at Coles. I got my job as a tutoring teacher right now. So I'm tutoring the high schoolers, and that's cool. I got my foot in my career now, and I think that's one of the most important things I did this year is get that little foot in. It's a small pond,
But I
for
mean, it's
just
still it's still a step. It's still
yeah,
something that
it's a
a building block.
yeah. So I took that first step and finally, going for my career path right now, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm pretty excited, honestly.
Hell yeah,
So
man.
hopefully things keep going forward.
All right, Ollie, how about you? What is the most important thing you think you did this year?
Well, not really like a specific like monumental accomplishment, but I think that kind of coming into just the realization of just like in life in general, um you know how like usually people like we're all used to like immediate gratification and everything, and everybody thinks it's all about like the win or it's all about the reward at the end of the road. And I realized that like it's more so in the journey and in the work you put in to get to where you want to get to. That's like the real like value in it. You know how like you see like the classic like rich person who's like in a crappy mood, and a lot of that is because like they've already had the best of the best. So in their perception, like life is as good as it gets. So when you encounter a problem and you still have a shitty day, people tend to think like, oh, like this is it. Like life is as good as it gets. Why am I having a bad day? When in reality, it's the process of growing as a person, no matter where you're at. So I've been more appreciative of like just accepting challenges in life instead of like straying away from them. You know what I mean? So like when it comes to like, let's say like an analogy, like fighting,
Yeah,
the best way would be like to learn how to handle punches instead of just not getting hit realistically, because you're just gonna get hit at some point
eventually.
eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just like embracing like the challenges, because everybody's gonna have them at some point. Even if you have a relatively good life compared to everybody else, you're gonna find something to nitpick about it to make it look as if you have challenges. When you have like rich kids, like, oh man, you don't know what I go through, like, you know what I mean? Even though they're really privileged, and then you have people in crappy scenarios where they're just like, yeah, man, I'm grateful to be alive.
yeah, exactly. A lot like Parasite, which you not just kidding. Uh,
Oh, I'm about
I
to
know,
watch
I know, I
season one
know.
now.
I guess for myself, one of the most important things that I guess I did this year was, transforming. Well, first getting back into this, because there was a long period where I had just let the podcast go. I was just like so tired of it. I was so uh I don't know. I felt like I had hit like a wall or like a roadblock, and I just didn't see any way of moving forward. And I don't know who it was first, whether it was me talking to Joe or Joe talking to me, but we kind of just started like getting the ball rolling. I know we went to Denny's and we started talking about getting back into like filming and stuff like that. And I would definitely say the biggest or most important thing was starting this I guess like web series on YouTube and starting 107. And I don't know, it just feels a lot more like a building block, like most of you guys. And I could definitely see, and I'm also also learning the steps that I should have been doing a while back when I was kind of just like tired of it all, similar to like Jay when you kind of fell out of it for a bit. And I don't know, it's been going great, and it'll gives me the chance to hang out with you guys every now and again, actually see Ollie's face instead of just like a picture on a screen. Um,
True.
and I don't know, man, it's been really good starting this and doing this and continuing going on. Um, moving on from that to I guess a more somber note. What was one of the worst things that about 2020? We'll start with Jacob again.
Man, where can I start,
Warzone.
dude? Where can I start?
Cold War.
I mean,
Cold War, yes.
well, I don't even know where to start, dude. There's so many, dude. This year, honestly, like what I felt like, it felt like God or somebody, up there or somebody was teaching me, dude. It was trying to, like, they were trying to see how many hits I can take before I get knocked down, dude. Like this year it started off on a silly note. It started off with, Brady moving out of New England and going to another team.
Yeah.
If you guys know me, that's my hero. That sucked. And then after that, dude, it went from George Floyd to like
Kobe
it went
to
to
T'Challa to
and then COVID getting even worse here in El Paso. So like everything just got more strict. People just started dying. We dealt with, some of our friends are dealing with some stuff or they did, and dude, it like you feel that, dude. Like you feel your homie's pain. You feel it
yeah.
and it hurts. And it went from that to COVID getting even worse than it is right now. And then it goes from, just my team sucking, and then it goes from, Cole's, more or less letting me go and me having to go out and find another job. And it goes from that to, I don't know, just other, little crumbs here and there. But probably the worst thing was, COVID, man. I mean, COVID has been a real downer for
Yeah.
me. Not because, we can't go out or whatever. I mean, I'm more of a homebody anyways, but because people are dying, dude, and that sucks. That really sucks for you know just people to die over some disease, man, and it sucks, dude. Like I'm scared for my mom. I'm scared for my kids. There's it sucks, dude. It sucks to have this fear. Like I want to take my kids out to the park, but I can't, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
because
want
you
them to risk.
risk it.
I'm not trying to risk them. Yeah, dude. So I would say COVID is probably the real the real worst thing for me in 2020, man.
I feel that.
Because racism is gonna exist no matter
Yeah.
what. It's part of our nature. You know what I mean? I prayers go out to George Floyd's family and stuff like that, and it keeps happening, and it's gonna keep happening. There's no change, dude. Racism isn't going away. It's been a part of us since mankind even existed. That's not going away. There's no suppressing of racism. It's how it is. I'm sorry. That's reality. But with COVID, we can make some changes, and hopefully we make them in 2021, man.
Hell yeah. All right, Jay.
You know what? Honestly, I could definitely agree with Jacob. Like a lot of things happened, whether it was just in my life, whatever, and it was, things I had control over and things that I didn't. It messed up a lot of things. You know, it's been a sad year. Like I lost things, I gained some things, lost things. Um, I've been more comfortable, luckily, like expressing myself. Before it was just this whole bottle it up and suck it up, dude. You guys, well, I don't know if you guys ever got to see that, but there was a whole like I would bottle up too much, and it would just turn into anger or frustration. I would just punch a wall, and my right fist was like bloody like half the time.
I
Like
think I remember one time you had it was like swollen. It actually like
yeah,
yeah.
and it was bad, dude. Like you know, so I think it sucks. Like Jacob was saying, a lot of bad stuff happened, man. Whether it was to me or to any of you guys or to everybody, and it hurt, and it still does even now. Like I'm still hurting over certain events or whatever the hell you want to call them. But I think it's helped me, like I guess mature a little bit, man. Like I said, I haven't punched anything in I don't know how long. Like, it's been a good minute. Like, but you could definitely see like the changes in my hands. Like one's more swollen than the other one. Like it's all fat and stuff. Like you can't even see my knuckles on my right hand, but my left one's like you could see them all. But all this hurt, it kind of taught me like, hey, dude, like it's cool to like, cry, or it's cool to like, vent. Everybody deals with their problems differently. I know I can count on you guys and on everybody else.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so definitely, yeah, I could definitely agree with Jacob. COVID was one hell of a doozy this year, man. It messed up a lot of things for a lot of people. It brought out the worst on some of us. Like, and I'm not saying anyone specifically, but like I know how it can be. Life is hard. Like I said, it brought out the worst out of me when I got like super depressed, and I wasn't even playing with you guys for a good minute. Like, I know you guys would hit me up and stuff, but I was like, yeah, I'm not up for it, and all that stuff. But in the end, like I said, it started teaching me like, hey, dude, like this ain't good. Like it's cool to like talk it out or like cry it out, man. Don't let that anger
Like,
pent up, because it's just gonna you know get worse and worse. And I guess in like a little bit of a good note, like that kind of helped me out better. You know,
Yeah.
um, like I said, obviously I'm still bummed or sad over all these things that happened this year, but you can only look forward, and hopefully things get better for all of us, like as a whole, as a community and all that stuff, especially here in El Paso. Like Jesus,
I know.
hope everybody gets smarter and stuff and takes care of themselves, But I mean, this is coming from a dude that goes grab some wings, here and there, but I don't do it like daily,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
and
just
it's not like you're just going to, drink, and it's not like you're
Yeah,
not wearing a mask or whatever.
yeah,
But
I
yeah.
yeah.
Like
mean,
every time
dude,
we do that, we're all being careful, And I think
yeah,
that's the
we're
only thing I can hope for, is that people get the hint and like, hey, dudes, like everybody be
it,
careful, like it's affecting
yeah,
everybody.
dude, it's a common courtesy to take care of, not just yourself, but the people around you, especially when you see that, things are getting worse. Yeah, we got the vaccine, but people are still getting COVID. They're still dying, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys see this, but dude, there are people in clubs, like nightclubs, just with like if nothing is going on,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
partying, no masks, just having a
yeah,
great
like
time, and that's not right, man. Some of those people in there have kids. They were pressured. Hey, let's go out. Come on, don't worry about COVID. Let's go out and drink. And they got old people with sicknesses, or they got it's come on, man. And
well,
like
it's
Jay
all
said,
how
let's hope people get smarter, man.
and it's all how
Hopefully.
you guys were talking about the movie earlier, the class system. Honestly, that's just what it is too. Like it's rough, but I
Yeah.
think hands down, like Jacob said, I think COVID is the worst thing that has happened this year. Like it caused so many of us so much problems, whether it be emotionally, like or mentally, physically. Like some of us lost motivation to do whatever or anything like that. So
Yeah.
hands down, COVID, man. COVID is, oof, it made this year a big doozy, man.
What about you, Ollie?
Well, I mean, obviously, COVID.
Yeah.
and just it literally stopped the tracks on everything. It's been weird, dude. Like it basically like shut the whole world down. You know what I mean? And everybody, it's just a weird experience, especially when it's your first time going through something. Like like the whole world like has never been through this, at least in modern times. So it's just been one giant adaptation phase, and nobody knows what's going on with it. So realistically, that's been the hardest time. I mean, there's been like things here and there. Um, like for me personally, just moving on and like just challenging myself in life and trying to push through um sort of stagnation in general. And that stagnation even shows up even more when you got things like COVID, when it's like, oh, okay, you got to stay home. You know what I mean? Like how are you going to grow in a situation like that? So now you have to like look inward more and like focus on yourself more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like COVID was by far the biggest boner killer for any and everyone. Obviously I'm gonna, knock on wood. Thank God. I've been very fortunate that I haven't been that directly impacted by COVID. I know I'm like lucky for that. There's people that are like losing a lot of people for that. But yeah, man, I mean, one way or another, it's impacted you, you know, to some degree. Like our social lives, and a lot of things that people don't understand is how we're social creatures. So something impacting your social life is like it can make or break you. Like, not to get too far off topic, but some guy was just talking like how they were looking at like drug addiction or just addiction in general, and people who have problems socially, or like in their social lives, are more likely to engage in addictive behavior. So basically, people are indulging or overindulging because they lack the basic social interactions that humans need. So that just goes to show that we're social creatures, and with this problem, and being like separated from each other, on top of like the health risks involved with things like that, it's been a tough year for everybody.
True. Um, yeah, not to sound like a broken record either, but mine was also COVID. I know there have been like instances where we have like actually hung out, like we'll get dinner or something. We don't get as big as a group as we used to, which is the part to me that kind of sucks. I was talking about it kind of with Rachel last night too, about how it kind of sucks how you've kind of almost had to like trim the fat of some of your social group, especially since you can only hang out with like so many people before it's a hazard. And I don't know, it's really sucked, like I've mentioned in the last, I think, episode or two episodes, like not even being able to really see my family either, because I don't want to risk, you know I don't want to be the reason like why my grandma passes away or something like that. I would freaking hate myself if that were the case.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
um as you guys said, and hopefully, with this vaccine, I know it's still going to take some time. Luckily also, same for us. I know, we still are good. I hope we still continue to be good, because I don't want to be that guy that ends up getting it the week before he gets the vaccine. Uh, but nonetheless, yeah, I mean, COVID sucked. I know we lost, some pretty cool people this year as well. Like Chadwick and Kobe and a few other uh, big names, and even family members. But yeah, I think COVID was the one that really did a number. Um, so I guess moving forward, so that way we don't end on like a really somber note. What's something that you guys are really looking forward to in 2021? Uh, I will do the same thing, Jacob.
Bro, smoking crack. No, I'm kidding.
2021, man, as the way I see it, the future is a mystery. Tomorrow's a mystery. Um,
Oh,
so
I know the quote. It was what, yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, or something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah. Anyways, what I'm looking forward to 2021. Man, there's a lot of things I need to get done, like in 2021. There's a lot, man. I mean,
But you have that motivation though, right?
yeah. Oh, dude, I'm probably more motivated than I've ever been in my entire life. Like I'm not even motivated, bro. I'm driven. I I I'm ready, dude. You guys see on my Instagram, I'm working out every day for hours on end, bro. Like I'm tired, but it's all for a purpose. I'm not doing it just whatever. I mean, physical fitness is cool, and you got to make it like a lifestyle. You can't. It's not a hobby. You got to make it like your way of life and stuff like that. But I'm doing it for something bigger than me. We'll see how that goes. On a more, I guess, smaller note, I'm looking forward to my team, Patriots, coming back and maybe doing something. You know,
And actually going to a
I,
game, maybe,
yeah,
perhaps.
maybe
Good point.
maybe if this COVID calms down. I mean, dude, Foxborough, and New England, they were supposed to open the public for games like in November. Like I think in September and October, they like, no, we're not opening it up. Was hopefully if it calms down, we'll open it up, and they never did. Like no fans in the stands at all. I kind of expect them to do the same thing if things don't calm down. But if they do, maybe we'll see what's up.
Or at least like
But
50% or something like that.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I got big plans, man. I can't
Hell
really
yeah, man.
speak on them right now because
Yeah, and you
I
don't
don't
want to
really
jinx it.
know. Yeah, so we'll just see, man. We'll just see. I got big plans.
Hell yeah, man. Look forward to it. Jay, how about you,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, man. I'm hoping, you know, well, one, like, because I didn't go to school this semester, because I'm not really an online person. I struggle a lot learning online, and I was kind of hoping, schools would open soon, but I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon still. So that's been a little bit of an obstacle for me. So I'm kind of hoping things get better soon, just so that I could go back to school, because I am not an online person. Like I struggle way too much online. I've always been a whole ask things right there and then if I have questions, and
Yeah.
that's how I
Mhm.
learn. So I'm hoping that gets, that settles down and we can go back to school. I also, I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe traveling a little bit more this year. And I don't mean like go to Japan or something, like even just going to, like, I don't know, like Ruidoso, or even like, somewhere close, like just somewhere chill,
Or even
San
like,
Antonio or wherever.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just somewhere chill, just with my family or friends, whoever, you know. I'm looking forward to that. And, you know, I'm looking forward to for the day that Ollie comes down and visits El
Oh,
Paso. Let's
And we could we
go.
could we
ooh,
could
oh,
have we could get him his first Chicos or whatever.
Hell yeah.
ooh, I can have my
Give us some
first tamale
Chicos.
with ketchup.
Oh my god. That's Jacob right there.
That's
That's
Joe.
the hot
Oh, it is
ketchup.
Joe. No, yeah, I think it is. Is it Joe? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Joe's. I
It
don't think
might
so
be him.
either. I
I
know
can
it's
have
one
my
of
It
first
you.
wasn't
ping
me.
ping pie.
The Ping Ping
I know
pie.
it's not me, because I'm like, that's gross.
It might have been.
I would
You know
never.
what? It might have been Carlos, dude, because I would never say that.
I don't
I
know,
would
dude. You
never
eat
say that.
everything with ketchup, Jacob. It's
I
gross.
eat. No, I don't. No, I don't. Stop playing with me.
But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, little like selfish things for myself, like maybe get a tattoo or two for next year. I didn't get any this year, so that's a little bit of a bummer.
Hell yeah.
Um, get some stuff like that. I think this year all I got was my nose pierce. No, where was that last year? I don't even remember. But
Well, this year has
I
been
haven't
kind of a blur.
uh, I haven't done any of that, and that's I like I like modifying my body a little bit here and there. Whether it's just a quick small piercing or getting a nice tattoo. You know, but I'm hoping I get the cash for that, because those things are expensive. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all those little things. I guess I'm looking forward to adventure, is what I could say. The easiest way I could put it is adventure.
Hell yeah. Ollie, how about you, man?
Oof, man. Well, Dude, just getting on track with my fitness stuff. So part of the COVID stuff, I was going to the gym, and then when everything got serious, I don't know if you guys remember that 1 week in March when everybody was like, oh crap, this is like a real problem. Like March 14th to 17th, whenever that was, and that was when like the gyms closed down, and like I was out of work, so that kind of just threw me out of the loop. That's not an excuse to stay out of shape, but I'm the type of person, I like to go to the gym so I can invest my time there and get my workout in. So that overall, that just kind of threw me off. So fitness is really big for me. That's definitely something that I've been neglecting. My diet as well, and just time to grow like all around in life, like even making money and just not taking time for granted. I think that that's one thing that this year really highlighted as well, is like when you waste so much time, you're like, holy crap, so much time has passed by and I haven't done it jack. How everybody, when lockdown first started, everybody was like, oh yeah, just read like 15 motivational books and meditate and this, that, and the third, and nobody did shit. Like probably like 0.01% of people did something really constructive. Everybody else was on Netflix or Instagram, binge eating fucking ice cream and shit. Searching Amazon for toilet paper.
Oh,
and,
true.
You know what I mean? Like so I feel like another thing is just not take time for granted, and really hone in on my goals, and certain things that shouldn't even really be goals, they should just be requirements, like fitness. For me personally, when I feel like in shape, it impacts my energy levels, the way I feel, and it's kind of like a self-discipline, like a self-love kind of thing too, and obviously like just as cheesy as this may sound, but just being the best person you can be, even professionally, like providing the most value so that I make the most money, but it's also in a way that's rewarding, and I'm actually like cultivating my personal skill set and like what I truly have to offer the world. You know what I mean? So that's just the overall next year. It's pretty vague, but just like emphasizing in those areas to kind of get where I want to get to.
Hell yeah, man. That sounds cool. I guess a big thing for me also would be kind of like traveling and stuff as well. I'm looking forward to, not having to panic every time somebody coughs or sneeze. I don't know. I'm looking forward to like not have to see any more like arguments about people wearing masks and stuff like that, even though you should. Um, I don't know. I'm just looking better to at least people calming down, because I feel like a lot of people, especially like going through this year, a lot of their stress and anxiety and all that stuff has been turned to like 11, uh, to the point where we got guys like busting dudes' faces in with a peace tea, or no, what is
Twisted
it?
Tea.
Twisted tea. And I mean, that video was funny as hell, but yeah.
That was pretty funny.
But yeah, man, I'm just hoping everything starts to kind of just chill out, for a little bit. Everybody just takes like a second to like, hey, you know what? We made it through 2020. Let's appreciate, a little bit about life and shit like that. So yeah, and that's
I've been
about it,
Yeah,
guys.
man.
basically, I've been handling all this like this. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it.
All your pins. Oh, this is
This is
fine.
fine. That's been me in fantasy, man.
And I guess with that, guys, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to grab our merch, as as you can see, Ollie has it, Jay has it.
Let's go. Ooh.
We got
Mine's in a washer.
Type was
the
about
new
to pull up a
line.
Brady jersey.
Huh?
You
We
put
got our
that
new
away,
line
Jacob.
right
He's not even
here.
there anymore.
With the logo and the Stay Sunny logo as well, with the Franklin Mountains.
Oh,
Um,
wait.
What's up, man?
Nah, just buy these two,
Oh
dog.
yeah, those two. Um, yeah. So anyway, I forgot
Wait,
what I
you know
was.
what? Let me give a couple last words of wisdom.
Oh yeah, go for it, Jay.
Taking a little bit of inspiration from you guys, especially, and all that nonsense that's happening. You know, it's okay to be sad, guys. Deal with it however you need to deal with it. You don't be afraid to lean on your friends or family. Whoever you're closer with. Sometimes you're not close to your family, but you're close to your homies. Um, and just work on it. Don't find what makes you happy and move forward, or stay productive and all that stuff. Like I said, I got my homies, I got you guys to like not distract me per se, but when those days that are a little too hard, that you're like, damn, like I'm doing too great today, I
I
know I can
think,
lean on you guys.
yeah, there you go. I was gonna say not necessarily a distraction, but like, hey, you know what? You need help carrying that load. Let me freaking.
Yeah, yeah, and it's okay, it doesn't mean you're like you can't do things on your own, but I think it makes you stronger to know like, hey, my plate's a little full right now, like can you guys help me out a little bit? And it's okay to ask for help, like don't be scared or too like, I guess, ashamed or whatever, too prideful to ask for that, because it's there for a reason, I'm hoping this year gets better, even like these last couple of days, which is what, like 3 days, 3 4 days. But I hope next year, you guys can count on me as much as I know I can count on you guys.
Hell
And
yeah.
then, and yeah, and cue some Rancid fall back down right here, right now.
I fall back down.
Yeah.
But
Let
anyway,
me
guys,
let
as
me.
always, stay sunny. Have a
I was gonna say something
wonderful.
real quick,
Oh, go ahead.
but I was just gonna say, off for what Jay just said. Um, Life doesn't stop coming at you, man. The carousel, it keeps turning, bro. It's nonstop. There's nothing you can do to stop it. You, it's gonna come at you. It's relentlessly. When you're down, it's gonna kick you in your teeth, dude. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can either, like, who was it that said it? Real. You can either, try to block or try to move, or try to avoid the punches, or you can take them, man, and you can get back up. You can soldier on, keep moving forward. That's all it is, man. That's all life is. You just keep moving forward. If you're not doing anything, you're getting worse. If you're doing something, you're getting better.
Yeah.
Just keep moving forward, man. Just keep moving forward. That's all it is.
All right, Julie, get us out of here.
As always, guys, stay sunny. Thank you for a wonderful year. See you guys next year. So long.
You guys be safe. Take it
Happy
easy.
New Year.
Happy New Year, you guys.